Scene 1, Apple, take 1. Scene 1, Apple, take 2.
Well, I'll be damned. Them Hells Angels out there in northern Minnesota, up there in the Iron Range. I guess they call it the Iron Range because they be mining for iron or something, some sort of composites and minerals and things. They got some stuff to celebrate today. Today is a celebration for those guys. And they're women and stuff. And we're going to be talking about this suddenly and dramatically. And we're breaking this news, by the way. This is the first time you're going to hear it. If you look anywhere else, nobody knows this yet except the folks up that way. The charges against them have been dropped this is a salacious case they've been going through for a long time. So we're going to be looking at that right after we play our brief introduction. But man, I bet the champagne is rolling over there, and folks are saying, "Shoo," because they were up for some big time charges, including, oh my goodness, sexual assault, kidnapping, and on and on. So hang out with us for a minute, man. We'll be right back and talk about what's going on with the Eveleth Iron Range Hells Angels up there in Minnesota. Be right back in a minute, 7 seconds. Iron Range Hells Angels, all charges dropped, rape, kidnapping, etc. Back in a minute, 7 seconds. Thanks for being with us.
Black Dragon Biker News. He's on YouTube. Black Dragon Biker News. Get yourself educated by his books and you'll learn how to move. Black Dragon Biker News. He covers it all. So click on the screen, hit subscribe, and get updated Biker News with MC Protocol. A lot of phonies popped up when this YouTube Biker News craze came about, but the man on this channel is the first to do it and the only one that never sold out. His name's Black Dragon. Started the Navy and hit the sea, repping Uncle Sam. They traded that uniform for the best from the Mighty Black Sabbath. Not the band, I'm talking about the Mighty Black Sabbath. MC, where he paid his dues and he earned his stripes. From prospect all the way up to national peace. All the copycat creators and the content stealers and haters, there have been many, but there's only one larger than life. Black Michael with the cowboy hat that knows kung fu and says kids Kenny. Black Dragon Biker News. He's on YouTube. Black Dragon Biker News. Get yourself educated by his books and you'll learn how to move. Black Dragon Biker News. He covers it all. So click on the screen, hit subscribe, and get updated Biker News with MC Protocol.
Well, all righty then. I'm Black Dragon. Welcome to Black Dragon Biker News Network. Biker news you can use. Biker news you can trust. Biker news from the biker's point of view. And I'm Black Dragon. I'd like to introduce my co-host. We're the only motorcycle protocol station in the whole world with our own doctor. And running for District 2, Lavish T. Williams.
Yeah.
That's him down there, y'all. That's him down there. I'm gonna get this direction right.
Running for District 2, District 2 Police Commissioner.
That's right.
Yeah, man. That doesn't make you a cop for our cop haters.
It don't make me a cop because he gotta be the police. No.
He gotta be the po-po.
They got Google.
He gotta be one time.
Just Google it up. Police commissioner, Detroit, man. Yeah, I'm for the people, man. We gonna stop all the fuckery with the police, man. That's all that's saying, man. Civilian oversight.
Civilian.
I know a lot of people. They be out there. They hear police commissioner before they think before they think they just speak. They speak with no knowledge, and then they draw their own conclusion of something they know nothing about, man. So yeah.
What happens if should I ask this question? What happens if Boogie Down gets caught up in all this kind of mess and you over the commission?
He's got to put his brothers and sisters away.
Is it a come to Jesus meeting at church, or is it come downtown Jesus meeting?
No, man, that is not like what it would consist of.
Okay, because
that's not what it would consist of.
Turn in your brothers and sisters. That's not cool.
No, I'm not. I mean, I wouldn't do that.
A conflict of interest, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's not. So let me break it down.
Break it down, bro. We got to break it down.
Because when people hear stuff, they might hear just a half of a conversation and they take it and run with it.
That's right.
Let me break it down. This is civilian oversight of the police department. This ain't got nothing to do with police matters. This has to do with the police department.
What they call it? What's the people that investigate the police? What do they call
internal affairs?
Internal affairs. Oh, that means the police ain't gonna like you.
No, I'm not internal affairs. Listen,
no, just like this, like them. Because those internal affairs are actually cops.
I say that because people, again, when people hear little stuff, they take it. So I got to clear all that stuff up, man.
Well, he is the public watching the popo.
The police. This got to do with. It's got to do with they budget spending for the police department.
Oh, okay.
It's got to do with if these police officers deserve to be promoted or not based off of their performance.
Oh, okay.
Complaints.
Uh-oh.
You know what I'm saying?
No DEI.
That's what they got to do with suspensions, terminations.
We just wanted to make sure that we got it down properly.
Hey man, however you got to do it, man. It's my job to make sure I clarify stuff because once you start getting into this political thing, they take the smallest word, if a person joking or not, and they stretch it to be something that is not. So anytime someone throws something, I'm gonna make sure I clarify it all up, man.
I don't understand how Kitty is gonna be moderators on all these other channels and stuff, and she ain't a moderator on our channel. This is some bullshit right here. Kitty, no, you'll be a moderator on this channel today. I'll be going to the moderation button and clicking it on you there, Miss Kitty. How's she gonna be moderator for everybody but us? And she on here every day. Anyway, let's get over here to the okay. You guys now. Yeah, and y'all
hit the like button. Hit the like button, everyone.
Yeah, please. You should remember these Iron Range Hells Angels. You insulted them. There, Lavish.
Who did?
Hey,
Lavish did.
I didn't insult anyone, man. I'm not an insulter.
Oh my gosh! I hope not.
We were doing a story on the Evelyn Hells Angels up there in Iron Range, and they were giving toys for tots. And Lavish said, "I don't see no black tots. There's no black kids. There's no black kids getting no tots. What the hell's wrong?" And the Evelyn Hells Angels, they sent pictures and said, "Show Lavish these pictures, damn it." And I think they had like one half black child there or two. They wanted it to be known, man. That Lavish, don't do us like that, man. It was with great love, and they have invited Lavish and myself to come up and actually ride with the Hells Angels. That is going.
Wait a minute. So wait a minute. You gotta take the meat to the pigs to the slaughter, the sheep to the slaughter.
We don't feel like we're gonna be slaughtered. We feel like we're gonna get to ride with the Hells Angels.
You know what? I always wonder when I look at these movies, and they say, "Hey man, let's go for a ride," and you done did them wrong. And you go for a ride and they jump on you. You got to think.
No, that's
man, I just took myself to my own behind whooping.
That's let's go hunting. Plus, they're gonna get lavished on me. I didn't say nothing.
Hey man, I'm always up for a good time, man.
Yeah, we're gonna go ride with the Hells. But anyway,
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Let's tell the story. If we first of all, okay, so what is the story? The story is that the Hells Angels have had their charges suddenly and dramatically dismissed. And they had some hellacious charges. So the news story, for those who say he never gets to the news story. Well, the news story is that the charges against them, and I mean all the charges, have been dismissed against all of the Eveleth, which is the city. Iron Range is what they call themselves, Hell's Angels. They're the Iron Range chapter, as I understand it. So now we're going to go into the backstory a little bit, and then I'm going to show you the paperwork that we have that proves this thing that I'm saying that we have exclusively here. And so you'll see the paperwork, but first we're going to go into the backstory. And this is not the like bullshit paperwork that the Black Sabbath Motorcycle Club, along with the retard Big Cell, used against me. Oh, and that other dude, what was his name? Wrecking Ball Bob. No, this is not the Word document that somebody called documentation, but this is actually documentation. So here we go. You guys will remember if we come here, if we do a search, Iron Range Hells Angels. If we do it, so we did another search yesterday, said Iron Range Hells Angels charges dismissed. And so yeah, let's do that. Let's say, so if we say Iron Range Hells Angels charges dismissed, rape charges dismissed. AI, which knows everything, doesn't seem to know that. Yeah, so they're like, no, that didn't happen. They give you this thing. So we did another search to tell you about the case, and we go back to this whole case. So AI says, yes, members of the Iron Range chapter of the Hells Angels Motorcycle Club have been arrested and charged with rape along with other serious offenses. Here are the key details of the case. Charges, this is the charges. Members of the Iron Range Hells Angels were charged with a range of felonies, including rape, kidnapping, and assault. These charges stem from an incident in Eveleth, Minnesota, where a woman was allegedly sexually assaulted and a man was allegedly kidnapped and beaten that night. Defendants, at least 4 of the members of the motorcycle club, were arrested and charged. These include Paul Anthony D. Balick, a prospective member who was charged with rape and kidnapping. Jared French, the president of the chapter, was also charged with kidnapping and assault. And there were a couple others. Allegations: the female victim was reportedly raped at a residence by Balick. The female victim was allegedly assaulted, or rather, the male victim was originally assaulted at the same residence and then taken to the Hells Angels clubhouse, where he was further assaulted and kidnapped and all this other stuff. So there was some controversy to this case and the defense. First of all, there was allegations of government misconduct. And, myself and Lavish covered this. This was before you came to us, Preacher. But the Lavish and I covered all of this stuff in great detail. So defense attorneys have raised concerns about possible misconduct by the Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension agents, including alleged eavesdropping on attorney-client communications and witness intimidation. And so this is what the government was accused of by the defense. And lack of evidence. Also, the defense said the defense attorneys claimed that there was a lack of evidence in this case. There was no DNA to support the rape allegations, and have suggested that the alleged victims therefore fabricated the story. Like if you've been gang raped or and all this kind of stuff, there would be some sort of DNA in most cases. And in this case, there was no DNA, and they were calling for a dismissal, which they could not get. There was here it is right here, next line, motion to dismiss. defense attorneys have filed motions seeking to dismiss the charges based on the alleged government misconduct and lack of evidence. So even right now, everybody thinks, and AI thinks, and nobody really knows yet. They think the case is still ongoing, and the courts are still considering the defense's motions and allegations. In conclusion, the case against Iron Range Hell's Angels members is complex and controversial. While charges have been filed, there are questions surrounding the strength of the evidence and the conduct of the investigation. That is really cool that AI could figure all this out. That it's controversial and complex, and although the charges are serious, there are questions surrounding the strength of the evidence. That's scary. That's scary. But as recently as May 7th, so we're just talking like what, a couple of weeks ago, the Iron Range judge decided that there was not going to be a dismissal in this case. This was just 2 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, maybe. So just 2 or 3 weeks ago, the judge says, despite all of your evidence and everything being shaky or whatever, the court found that there was no breach of attorney-client privilege, or there was no witness coercion of the police department against the witnesses after a careful hearing. So, or did it say careful? After a contested hearing. So this is a picture of the Hells Angels Minnesota Iron Range chapter, and this picture of itself is that's a nice clubhouse, by the way. It looks like an old fire station, doesn't it? Or garage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but
it looks like.
This building standing here is controversial because the city decided to kick them out of the city because of all the troubles that they've been having going on there, including the problems with some lady who walked up to the front door, and I think she shot at the front door. I can't remember you remember that story, Lavish? Shot at the front door, or whatever the case may be. And,
yeah, I remember that.
And so the city said, "No, you guys are just too much trouble. You got rape cases against you. You've kidnapped people. There's people showing up at the front door, shooting at the club. That had nothing to do with them." But the city decided to throw them out of the city. So they were fighting an eviction. I wonder how that goes now that the case has been dismissed against them, and the other lady that showed up and tried to shoot at them at their clubhouse door with somebody standing on the other side of the door and all of that. I wonder if she got arrested for attempted murder. I don't know. But yeah, even this picture, even them having a clubhouse is in question right now, because of all the stuff they've been through. So in this story here, the judge declined to dismiss the rape and kidnapping charges against 2 members of the Iron Range chapter of the Hells Angels Motorcycle Club. Judge Robert Friday said there was no breach of attorney-client privilege, as one of the defendants, Paul Anthony DeBalick, failed to use the proper channels to communicate with his attorney from the St. Louis County Jail. Listen, that's crazy. We listened to your stuff. We saw it. And we looked over it, but because you didn't use the proper channels, it's like
it's loopholes
at all.
It's loopholes.
Yeah, we're still gonna use that shit against your ass, even though we saw it and everything. And in this story, the actual prosecutor, to her credit, was given access to their information, and she turned herself in. She turned the prosecution in. She did what she was supposed to do. A lot of attorneys will sweep that, prosecutors might sweep that under the rug or whatever, but she was like, man, y'all not getting my law license over this BS. Additionally, the judge said the defense attorneys failed to prove their assertion that the Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension agents intimidated witnesses into cooperating with the investigation. There was all that going on. And
I thought that was legal.
Huh?
I thought that was illegal.
Well, the judge said it didn't happen. The court finds that there were no deliberate intrusions on privileged attorney-client. Not that there were no intrusions, but that they were not deliberate. Therefore, it don't count on privileged attorney-client communications. Friday, he wrote in a 21-page order, assuming for the sake of argument, he said, that let's just assume for the sake of argument that there was an intrusion. which we know there was, the court would still deny defendant's motion to dismiss because defendant's Sixth Amendment right to counsel was not violated. So even though we were looking at what you were doing, you still had counsel. It's crazy. But we had the inside scoop on your ass. The ruling in the case of Dubelic, 39 years old, and Eric Anthony Newman, who's 50 years old, came 5 months after a contentious evidentiary hearing in which attorneys asserted that agents eavesdropped on private communications, and 3 witnesses claimed they were threatened with prosecution if they did not comply with orders. 3 witnesses claimed that. They said, we were threatened. And the court still said it didn't happen. No, sorry. The case stems from allegations that a woman was sexually assaulted and a man was abducted and beaten at the Hells Angels downtown Eveleth, Minnesota clubhouse. Authorities reported that the man escaped from the group on crutches on November 28, 2023, and ran to the safety of the police, expressing that members, could find him.
They invited him for a ride.
Yeah. And he was like, he was afraid they were going to find him. This is one of the people, Eric Anthony Newman. Which one was he? Eric Anthony Newman. Was he one of the, he was one of the accused. So investigators said they went on to learn that both victims were visiting the Eveleth residence November 27 when club members arrived. It was reported that the woman was raped by Dubelic and Newman. So she was raped by multiple people, although there was no DNA evidence, the defense claimed. The man, meanwhile, was allegedly taken to the clubhouse in a van driven by Jake Douglas Novacek. He said he continued to be beaten by the chapter president, Jaron Paul French, as other members stood by and recorded the video of him getting beaten up. Authorities have released few details about the alleged motive or relationships between the parties, other than to say that French, who's the president, was allegedly upset about the man's association with the woman. Defense attorneys, however, allege in their new filings that investigators were eager to implicate the club in serious crimes, noting the BCA agents had been conducting surveillance outside the headquarters since at least June 2023. Yeah, a lot of them 1%er clubhouses are just completely under siege at all times. Hey, I would like to thank you, C. Ruger, for that beautiful donation. Thank you so much, and good morning to you, sir. As you know, C is prospecting for one of them big 1%er motorcycle clubs right now. So maybe this is to signify that he went over or something. I'm not sure. Can't wait to find out more about your journey, my man. The attorneys also say the alleged victims had all been using drugs.
I won't believe it unless you come to Detroit and show me in person. August 29th to the 31st. See Ruger.
Shameless plug there.
Shameless plug, but a plug all the same. But like I was saying, a lot of times these guys don't even know in these, not just 1%er clubhouse. Any clubhouse you have that's a motorcycle clubhouse is probably under some sort of surveillance. Just keep that in mind. The attorneys also say alleged victims had been using drugs, a practice that is not tolerated by the Hells Angels, that other witnesses in the house said the rape and kidnapping did not occur, and that there is no DNA or other forensic evidence to support those claims. The defense also claimed in filings that investigators had listened to or read phone calls and text messages from the jail defendants to their attorneys, which the judge ruled that even if they had, they weren't denied attorneys, so it just really didn't matter. Or at least that's what I take from it. Something that was revealed when the BCA agent mentioned to a prosecutor that he had learned Novacek planned to surprise the state by filing a speedy trial demand at a hearing last July. So the BCA agent did listen to this. He did get this information, and he did relay it to the prosecutor. The prosecutor said, "Oh, stop here. You can't tell me the strategy of the defense. That's not right. That's wrong." And the prosecutor turned everybody in. But even though the prosecutor did the right thing, it doesn't seem that the judge did the right thing. Because if the prosecutor says, "Hey, man, no, you can't tell me this information," and so the prosecutor turned themselves in, and the judge says, "Well, it doesn't matter. They were not, even if it did happen." For the sake of argument, Let's say it did happen. Well, it did happen. The prosecutor said it happened. So it's not for the sake of argument. It's for the sake of what the hell happened. But let's just say for the sake of what the hell happened, and it did, still, you guys were not denied lawyers, so let's keep it rolling. Let's keep on moving on down the road. That's what happened just 3 weeks ago. So even though this was revealed so the defense claimed that from the jail defendants to their attorneys, something that was revealed, the BCA agent mentioned to a prosecutor that he had learned Novichok planned to surprise the state by filing a speedy trial demand at the hearing last July. The BCA analyst, Jessica Zimmer, also acknowledged under oath that she violated the terms of an agreement with the jail by sharing her login information and placing some materials in a shared drive for other employees to access. Man, they just doing the damn thing over at the jail, whatever they want to do. But the judge sided with the prosecutors and pointed out that inmates are provided clear instructions for designating that their attorney's phone numbers as private. Neither DeBalick nor Newman can assert privilege over Novichok's communications, the judge wrote. So this was Novichok's communications with his attorney. And so how can DeBalick or Newman say, hey, that's privilege for us because that's his attorney? Well, I would think they absolutely could assert that because, damn it, they're talking about them in the case too. Mm-hmm. He's sharing information with his attorney that might implicate them in something or be bad for them. So what the hell do you mean that his attorney-client privilege and strategies of the case don't apply to everybody? This is some BS. You know, Logic said that they do whatever they want, or rather Lavish said that they do whatever they want over there. Lavish has always said it. Anyway, Newman cannot assert privilege over Novichok's communications, the judge wrote, and texting devices were not supposed to be used for attorney messages in the first place. So you guys screwed up, not them. A review of records showed that DeBalick had placed 8 calls to his attorney, the longest lasting just 1 minute, to discuss basic procedural issues before designating her number as private. Defendant DeBalick and defendant Newman failed to prove that the alleged intrusion on privileged attorney-client communication involved legal advice, the judge wrote, and that the communication was intended to be confidential. 3 witnesses also testified. So he didn't prove that. He wasn't able to. Just them listening doesn't prove that you were injured, I guess. 3 witnesses also testified at the November hearing that they were threatened with charges if they did not comply. The witnesses testified to this. The police department, those guys that were interviewing us, they threatened us. They threatened us that if we did not comply to this questioning, that we would be in trouble. The judge noted discrepancies between their testimonies and that of the 2 BCA agents, so he relied on audio recordings of the interviews instead. Judge Friday said the tapes showed witnesses were warned against witness tampering, and one was told he could be charged with aiding and abetting because he was seen in the background of a video witnessing alleged crimes. So that's what police do. They scare you to get you to talk, I guess. Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll put you in jail if you don't talk. But the judge said there was no evidence anyone was actively discouraged. What the hell is we'll put you in jail if you don't comply? How is that not active discouraging? Whew. Man, it's all in the details. From testifying, but the judge said there was no evidence anyone's actively discouraged from testifying or threatened with charges as a result of testifying. 3 witnesses, in fact, spoke with a defense investigator, testified at the evidentiary hearing, and said they would appear again at trial. While the court does acknowledge that the witnesses may have been intimidated by the BCA against agents due to their status as law enforcement, Judge Friday wrote, the BCA agents' actions did not reach the level that is substantially interfered with any free and unhampered determination the witness might have made as to whether to testify, and if so, the content of the testimony. So, yeah, we acknowledge that it happened, and we acknowledge that they were intimidated, but it doesn't effing matter.
It doesn't matter.
We're going to put your ass in jail anyway. DeBalick is set for jury trial beginning June 9th, while Newman's case is set to proceed August 25th. French, 40 years old, and Novichok, 46, have filed motions on the same grounds and were heard in March, agreeing to rely on the testimony from their co-defendants hearing. Judge Andrew Peterson is awaiting briefs before rulings in their case. So that's where this sat. All defendants except Newman have either posted bond or been released under pretrial supervision. Now, I forget how old this is. Is this 2 years old or 1 year old? These guys have been going through this. So let me tell you, so here you go. New development in the case. Iron Range, Hells Angels prospect faces rape charges. So this looks like it happened in 2023. December 13, 2023. So this has been going on for these guys. It's 2025 now. So this has been going on for 2 years with these guys. And let me tell you, they've lost jobs. Children have been arrested. And guess what? We don't get to interview the Hells Angels, but we do get to interview at least one wife later today of these brothers. We get to interview one wife, and that is going to be really cool because we're going to get to hear about the impact it had on their families and that sort of thing. She actually has to take her mother to a procedure or something this morning. And so we didn't get to have her on the show, but we will get to have her later on this afternoon. So you guys can hear from them the devastation this has caused on their families, the devastation it's caused on their children, the devastation that she almost lost her job, guilt by association. This is what happens to you when these things happen. I tell the folks all the time. But anyway, here we normally we have a news story we're reading from, but here we have our own evidence. So in this case, here is the paperwork that you can read right here for yourself.
Y'all got the hookups, bro. I'm telling you, y'all got the paperwork. I mean,
yeah, we have certain things and stuff that we look, man, don't do that.
I'm just saying, y'all got the hookup.
Don't be recognizing what we're doing over here.
Yeah, y'all got the hookup. I'm in the good company.
Well, after we brought Lavish on the show, things just got bigger and better. Here we go. Check this out. State of Minnesota District Court Criminal Division, County of St. Louis, 6th Judicial District, State of Minnesota. The plaintiff, dismissal of complaint pursuant to Rule 30-01. There you go. Court file number 69, Victor, India, Charlie, Romeo, 23-1354. This is Gerard Paul French, who, as we know, is the president of the Eveleth Iron Range, Minnesota Hells Angels group, motorcycle club. He is the defendant. The plaintiff is the state of Minnesota, and this is dismissal of the complaint against him. Pursuant to Minnesota Rule of Criminal Procedure 30-01. Look that up for us real quick, if you wouldn't mind, Logic. Minnesota Rule of Criminal Procedure 30.01. The state, let me do this in my state voice. The state dismisses the case without prejudice based on the interests of justice. Yeah. Based on the interest of justice, the state has dismissed this case. The victims, because I guess this is because, although it doesn't say because, it's just the next sentence. The victims are either unwilling or unable to testify at trial, and the state cannot prove its case beyond a reasonable doubt without the testimony from these victims. Therefore, and in this case, this defendant is not in custody. He's one of the ones that got bail. This is dated at Virginia, Minnesota. Is there a Virginia, Minnesota? I didn't know that. 5/28, that was yesterday, 2025. Respectfully submitted, St. Louis County Attorney. And this is Christopher Flory, registration number, blah, 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 blah. Assistant County Attorney, 300 South 5th Avenue, 222 Virginia, Minnesota, 55792. Telephone number, 218-749-7101. There you go. Right there. This is called Receipts.
Receipts.
This is called receipts. These are the receipts. Yeah. And we go further. Oh, this
There's
right
the rule.
here.
There's
I
the
want to show you
rule.
this one right here. This is where let's see, this one. Yeah, this is where the lady turned was when she told that what had happened with the folks listening to their or rather, this is where that was the paperwork of where she turned that in. We had that paperwork as well, of where she admitted to that the state might be in trouble for its prosecution. We actually had that paperwork as well. Here's some more paperwork. Here's another one. This is, again, State of Minnesota, District Criminal Court Criminal Division, County of St. Louis, 6th Judicial District. The plaintiff is the state of Minnesota. Dismissal of complaint pursuant to Rule 3001. Paul Anthony DeBalick. This is one of the ones that was accused of the rape. He was the defendant. Pursuant to Minnesota Rule of Criminal Procedure 30.01, the state dismisses the case without prejudice based on the interests of justice. The victims are either unwilling or unable to testify at trial, and the state cannot prove the case beyond a reasonable doubt without testimony from the victims. This defendant is also not in custody, and this is also signed by the St. Louis County Attorney, Mr. Christopher Flory, registration number, blah, 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 blah. There you go. There you go right there.
There's the rule is up there.
Oh, where's the rule? Let me see. Zoom in on that and make it bigger for us. The Rule 30.01 of the Minnesota Rules Criminal Procedures concerns the dismissal of criminal charges. Specifically, it outlines the authority of the prosecutor to dismiss a complaint or tab charge without court approval. Oh, so the district attorney, the prosecutor he doesn't even need the judge. He can just dismiss it. And dismiss an incident with court approval. The prosecutor must state the reasons for the dismissal in writing or on the record. So the prosecutor can dismiss a complaint or tab charge without court approval, but needs court approval to dismiss an indictment. So I guess maybe they needed the judge's approval for that. Reasons for dismissal. The prosecutor must state reasons for the dismissal, either in writing or on the record. Court discretion. Now, the court can also dismiss a complaint, indictment, or tab charge if the prosecutor has unreasonably delayed bringing the defendant to trial. Example of reasons. Some reasons for dismissal might include satisfactory completion of a pretrial diversion program, the prosecutor lacking sufficient evidence to support a conviction, and that's what this one says. We cannot prove our case beyond a reasonable doubt without the testimony. So there you go, lacking sufficient evidence, I suppose. And so that might have been the reason, or the court's satisfaction that the prosecutor has not abused the prosecutorial discretion. If time limits, if a new complaint is filed after a dismissal, it must be done within certain time limits, such as 60 days for a new indictment or 7 days for amending or filing a new complaint. And that's important because if you look at this thing here, is that it? Is that all?
That's it. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Thank you for that, sir. So if you look at this complaint, there's something to note, and that is it says that it has been dismissed without prejudice. So that's an interesting thing.
So dismissed with prejudice means they can bring it back.
So why don't you bring that up? Look that up for us. The difference between dismissed with prejudice and dismissed without prejudice. And yes, dismissed with prejudice means that it can't come back for whatever reason. It broke the laws or whatever. The court says you only get one bite at this apple and it's been dismissed with prejudice. Dismissed without prejudice means that it can be brought back. And
there it is.
Okay, let me see.
Oh, wait a minute. I said it too fast. Okay, there it is.
I just get a blank piece of paper. Okay, here it is. Okay, I got to get rid of this one and bring this one on. So a dismissal without prejudice permanently ends a lawsuit, meaning
Well,
the
no,
plaintiff.
that's with prejudice.
Thank you.
You said without.
A dismissal with prejudice permanently ends a lawsuit, meaning the plaintiff cannot refile the same claim in the same court or another court based on the same facts. A dismissal without prejudice, on the other hand, is a temporary dismissal that allows the plaintiff to refile the lawsuit at a later date, assuming no statute of limitations has run out. And I guess that works the same way in criminal indictments. So that's your difference. So with prejudice means that if they found those people, or if those people decided to talk, or whatever the case may be, they could bring the charges back. But I think they get a time period. There's a certain amount of time that they get. And if it's not in that time period, it's gone. It's GOWN, gone. So I suppose that they will be celebrating another. Let me see if I have another one. I might have another one. Let's see. We had that one. Let me see this one. Is this another one? Who is this one? We did DeBalick, right? Paul Anthony DeBalick. Did we do his?
Mm-hmm.
So we did that one. And then we also have Darren Paul French. And who is this one? Oh, yeah. We didn't do this one. So
Extreme
here's another one of the guys. District Court, same thing. State of Minnesota is the plaintiff. Dismissal of complaint pursuant to Rule 3001. Probably lack of evidence. Jake Douglas Novacek. Pursuant to Minnesota Rule of Criminal Procedure 30.01, the state dismisses the case without prejudice based on the interests of justice. The victims are either unwilling or unable to testify at trial, or maybe they ran away, who knows? And the state cannot prove the case beyond a reasonable doubt without testimony from the victims. The defendant is not in custody. Only one defendant remained in custody. I don't know whether you could make bail or whatever the case may be. I can't remember. But that's what's going on here, man. These guys are free for now, and perhaps for good.
Mm-hmm.
And my only advice, were I to give advice to them, if they asked the Black Dragon, I would say, hey, look, man, them people are pissed. Do not poke your chest out and be walking around town all hard now. Go to the clubhouse, shut the doors and lock them, and be quiet. That's church mice.
So you did you hear me what I said? I don't even know if Lavish heard me when you was reading about the gentleman that was accused that said that he got beat up and everything. Did you hear what I said? I said, you know what happened, right?
What?
I said he got invited to a ride.
Oh, I don't think.
Lavish get invited to a ride. They can say, Lavish, remember that crap you said? Remember that? No.
Remember that stuff? Yeah, man. I remember everything, man.
I'm just playing, y'all.
I love you, brother. I see you there. 12.
Any Hell's Angels out there watching this broadcast? I was just joking.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he said that. The Reverend said that.
The news.
They can't do anything to you because God will strike their ass down if they do. I know it's a shocker to everyone, but all lawyers actually have ethical rules they're supposed to follow. This includes prosecutors believing they can present enough evidence to convict. Is an ethical rule that they are supposed to follow. Yeah, he's right. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. So those people decided that they either didn't want to prosecute, didn't want to testify, or they couldn't be found, or they changed their minds, or they were lying and decided I'm not going to do it no more. Whatever. They ain't got them. With prejudice means they can't ever bring charges back. Without means they can never bring they can bring charges back. Right, absolutely. Right. So theory and practice regarding their our institutions don't have a great track record in that department. No, they don't. But every now and then they get it right. At least she did the right thing and brought it to the court's attention. So she did what she was supposed to do. She might not have any friends there left in the police department. She might have to go somewhere else now. No, sir. If the case is dismissed with prejudice, the claim is dead. Okay. Without prejudice, they can.
Yeah, they were just responding to what we were talking about. Yeah, this is why they have due process.
It's always good to see my Black Sabbath brothers on here, man. Thank you so much, 12 Play, for coming aboard. Great to see you. Apparently, reading comprehension is a skill I lack. I missed what you wrote. No, we're doing our thing. No, because if the state dropped it, more than likely the feds are going to come in from behind with a RICO charge. If that was to advance the agenda of the motorcycle club, they could do that, but that was never alleged. They never got a RICO charge to begin with. This is why we have due process, says Malcolm Ritchie, Colonel Malcolm Ritchie, Lieutenant Colonel Malcolm Ritchie, who is running for Congress. This was one of our prospects for the Black Sabbath Nation at one point. So this is why we have due process, says he. The police in this country are foaming at the mouth to arrest motorcycle club members using this new executive order. What is the executive order? Fortunately, the courts still believe in due process.
Well, they want to get executive order. They want to get rid of habeas corpus. If that's what he's talking about.
They do?
Yeah,
that was an executive order to get rid of.
They want it
for the.
They're saying for the detainees, but if you get rid of habeas corpus, you can't just say, "Oh, it's just for these guys." You're just going to get rid of it.
Why not? RICO was just for the mafia. Oh,
that's an addition,
which is being used to everybody now.
Right.
Drafting policies and procedures and dealing with the state agency, I think I have made myself blind. You're not the only one. Morning Knucklehead, says Ghost Eagle. Good to see you, Ghost Eagle. I would rather start a pew that has to suck. Okay.
What?
I don't know. Chris Leach says, I'm an Iron Reign supporter for life, says Chris Leach.
There you go. They're listening.
we got the people on over here. Hey, Ghost Eagle, good to see you, honey, says Kitty. Yeah, it is good to see you. I'm not going to say honey. Crooked State haters, says Chris Leach. So, yeah, man, the RICO is still a possibility, but with shaky witnesses, well, the feds still don't like to lose. Well, the feds weren't going against them, so the feds haven't lost. Yeah.
Lavish being called out there.
Uh-oh.
Why haven't we seen a Lavish live podcast lately? So Loud says.
Yeah, man. I'm sitting here responding now, man. But
he said he was going to interview me last year.
My controls a lot quicker with my left hand, man, than it is with my right.
Yeah, he said he was going to interview me last year.
Yeah, that's all. I just can move and work a little better with my right hand than my left hand, man. But I won't be back. I won't be back real soon.
Advantageous. They're wanting to directly try any person found in a gang or racketeering activity as terrorism.
I feel bad. I feel just
STMC Press says South Louisiana is getting hot. Black Dragon hurricane season. I miss my club brothers down there in Louisiana, man. I gotta come see Black and them down there. They always take such good care of me. His wife feeds me. Oh my gosh. Papa Penguin is talking about drafting policies and procedures. Okay, so this was our story for this morning.
Mm-hmm.
What does Lieutenant Colonel Malcolm Ritchie say? The executive, or is it Colonel Malcolm Ritchie? I might have it wrong. It might be Colonel Malcolm Ritchie. Colonel running for Congress. He's a biker. We're going to interview him and his run for Congress. Hopefully we can get that done within the next week and a half, Logic. The executive order basically even suspended probable cause. You're on a bike with a tattoo. Look out. Which is why I don't have any tattoos. The comments is busy, ladies and gents.
No, I was gonna wait to the end of the show, man, because I was gonna ask, man, what's up with that shirt you got on?
That Tokyo shirt?
Yeah.
But it's not the end of the show. So
that's good. So why did you ask? He got you on that one, Lavish. He got you. Yeah, you got to admit he got you on that one.
Yeah, if it was the end of the show, yeah.
If anyone is wondering what will happen if habeas corpus suspended passes, the courts just look at what happened with the labeled terrorists after 9/11. Exactly.
Or the labeled drug dealer in 1995 after the three strikes laws.
Right.
If you were in Los Angeles in 1995, 1993, 1992, when they passed the three strikes law, this was right before the Watts rebellion. They call them riots. I call them rebellions.
Hey, Black Dragon, you got a comment, man, at 10:59 a.m., man, traveling with one time, man. I need you to read it because I think you need to answer it because it's a question mark.
Is this it?
That's my comment. But
I'm sitting here looking for somebody named Traveling with One Time.
Traveling with one time. He posted at 10:59.
Oh, he posted it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he posted in the comments. We need an answer.
At what time?
Oh, here he is. Who traveling with time? When are you coming to?
It goes back to our conversation 2 days ago, man.
So he's not traveling one time. He's not messing with me no more. If I don't come to Detroit, is that why y'all don't come down here? I just got a text message just earlier. The boys are coming up from Florida, Kissimmee, Florida, to see me and hang out with me here.
Hey, we ain't deflecting on that. We deflecting on answer the question, then move on. We ain't deflecting on what somebody else just said. We reflected on what one time said.
Just asking one time, and y'all, why y'all don't come down here and see me?
Oh, we come enough. We come throughout the states. But the question that was asked, to you, man, was, pretty much, man, you coming to Detroit, man. When you coming?
I'm supposed to be up there next month, is it? Next month with Lavish and them. Lavish
August 29th to the 31st.
Lavish did not send me the paperwork he was supposed to send me yesterday so I could get a hotel room. He didn't send that.
Okay, we'll make sure I get it to you, man. We'll make sure. Yeah. So the question is it fair to say to him that you possibly will be in Detroit Labor Day weekend?
Yeah, because let me tell you this.
Yes or no? You deflecting, yes or no?
I said, yeah. So let me tell you.
Yeah, I like how you said it. Yeah.
Yeah. I just, sometimes you got to be like in court. It's a simple question.
Is that or in Congress?
Yes or no?
or in Congress? Well,
Detroit is watching, man. Detroit is watching.
It's hard for me to answer that question.
Detroit ain't watching. You're watching.
Okay, you think so?
Like the whole city of Detroit is watching. Detroit is watching. Like you're so? Not. Look here. You're not. You're just the candidate now. You don't speak for Detroit yet.
Hey, listen, check this out, man. I'm one of the few that's going to represent my city. So they watching me to make sure I'm doing it properly. And if I'm not doing it properly, they're going to come in, they're going to pay me a visit and let me know, hey, Lavish, you're not representing the city the way that you should. And I think you're going to have to do X, Y, Z. So it's my job and my duty to represent my city to the highest of the high.
This is what you don't know. I gets out. As a matter of fact, we're going to break to this commercial. I'm going to do it right now. You don't know where I'm going to be. You don't know where I'm going to be. You don't know where I'm going to be. Hit it. Welcome to the jungle, my man. Welcome to the jungle. I'm Black Dragon. Join me, friends, as we go to the jungle in Yonkers with Forsaken Motorcycle Club. Oh, yeah. There ain't no party like a Forsaken party, man. The 19th anniversary weekend, $20 in advance, June 13th through the 15th, man. And we're going to have fun out there. We're going to have fun. Hey, ain't no party like a Forsaken party! Yeah, Forsaken MC, welcome to the jungle. 19th anniversary party, pre-party Friday night, 6/13/2025, 9 p.m. until at the Forsaken MC Clubhouse. Meet and greet Saturday, 6/14/25, 3 p.m. at the Ukrainian Youth Center, 301 Palisades Avenue, Yonkers, New York. 10703 anniversary day party, 6/14/2025, 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the Ukrainian Youth Center. And the trophies are going to be most direct on 2, most repped overall, most repped out of state, most repped SC, most repped on 4, furthest distance. Books close at 8 p.m., man. We're going to have a good time. After party vibes immediately after at the Forsaken MC Clubhouse. Yeah. Hey, man. Vendors are wanted. 94114-821-7173. Scan. You can scan this thing for more. You can scan this. I tried it already. And if you scan that right there it is. Go ahead and scan it. You can get your tickets and stuff, man. Come hang out with us. That was cool. Thank you. So don't be acting like I don't go no place. Don't do that.
Hey, man, I hear you, man. Shout out to Forsaken, man. They invited me out there to their event. However, that's my breakout weekend.
You're not coming?
That's my breakout weekend.
You're a podcaster now.
Okay. I still got obligations and jobs to do with my club as well. So what that mean?
I'm just saying.
What that mean?
It means that, you can't, I mean, if you're a podcaster, you're supposed to do the podcasting.
Hey, I'm a vice president to a motorcycle club with over 20 chapters, man. And it's my job to be a leader and a lead. Well, it's my job to be a leader and lead by example. So I will be at Boogie Down's 50th breakout party.
We can
on breakout day. I will be in attendance.
We can just erase this picture with you hanging out with Forsaken. This is no good anymore.
Yeah, I mean, you know me, I'm out there.
Yeah, well, you were.
I'm out there, baby.
You won't be out there.
I won't still be out there.
No, you won't be out there with Forsaken.
I got a question. No, never mind. That's club business.
No, go ahead and ask him. This is Kev.
Let me ask you, Lavish. So does everybody? This might just be you. They probably said, okay, now Lavish is Lavish. Because everybody can put their own brand as their name on their vest in your club.
Shit, that's my name. What you gonna tell me how I can write it out?
No. I'm just saying. I mean, it's I just never seen that before.
Boy,
you ain't never seen a guy who has a name that got a logo after his name.
No. That's not what I said. I said I'd never seen a club patch name with the person's personal logo. I've never seen that.
That's not a club patch.
No bueno.
I mean vest.
That's not a club patch.
I know.
No, it's not. It's your own logo. You're not supposed to make money off the club.
That's my name.
Nah, I didn't say nothing about that.
It doesn't even say Lavish T. Williams. Nobody even knows what this means.
Hey, say what you like. But, hey, listen, you don't see. Only time you see Lavish written out is on paper, man. If it's anything other than a signature, it ain't gonna be nothing but a logo, man. Period. It's gonna be. I don't care what it is. If it ain't written out on the piece of paper, it's my logo. You're never gonna see Lavish.
Well, see, I just went through this. I just went through this, with our ministry, because all of our patches are gonna be not common, but they're gonna all flow, same colors and everything. And that's why when I saw that, I'm like, oh, I didn't even ever think about putting my logo as my name as my on my vest.
Because nobody does that. Listen, Path Killer,
Lavish is different, bro.
Thank you so much, Path Killer, for that beautiful donation. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Matt. Thanks for that beautiful donation. I really absolutely appreciate you all today. Thank you so much for that. Go ahead, Lavish. Go ahead. You were talking. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. You ain't gonna get you ain't gonna get Lavish. You ain't gonna get Lavish name written out, man. Unless it's on some paper.
Okay.
I said, Butt Naked said, is there a difference in HD clubs and crotch rocket clubs? Only with the bikes that they ride. That's what my answer is.
You said is it a difference between the crotch rocket and the Harley Club?
Yeah.
Yeah. The crotch rockets is there to speed.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The only difference is the what they ride.
So the protocol.
Hey, but listen, it used to keep in mind this crotch rocket and Harley stuff is still fairly new because it was all crotch rockets at one point in time.
Because people are getting older and you don't, and this is the question I asked Black Dragon and another partner. As people get older and they're moving to cruises, whether it's a Harley, Indian, whatever, you don't see as many sport bikes, or are they just moving in a different way and they're just not around?
I think it's a little bit of both, man. I think it's a fad because, you got the status quo. You get you a Harley, so you got some of these new guys that's jumping out here and they going straight to the Harley because everybody else is around. So you got the flashy Harleys with the rims, the sounds. You got the guys that got friends that's doing highway riding. So, the crotch rockets are not really getting the same amount of love as they once used to. And you got guys that's, starting to ride a motorcycle never rode before. And they like, man, I want something safer. I don't want to, die in a crotch rocket because of the stories or things that they seen, once upon a time. Me, I ride them both, man.
Mm-hmm.
I prefer a Harley because I've been on it a lot longer now. So I'm used to it as far as the comfort, but I'll still jump on the crotch rocket, man, and do some woolies. The only reason that I don't get on the crotch rocket is because I know I'm going to act up on it. I'm not riding that thing just to be, riding it just to cruise, man. I remember summer before last, I was I was at an anniversary party or a ride through. I can't remember what it was. It was in Detroit, Soul Stars, and my cousin, she's still on a crotch rocket, a Jigshaw 1000, and I had told her, let me see your bike. And as soon as I got on the bike, man, one of my Outcast guys came up to me, and he stood in front of the bike with his hand on the windshield, and he like, no, don't, no. And I'm like, what, man? What? With a smile on my face. And he's like, no, man, don't do this, dude. Don't do this. Because he was one of the guys that was, we both was out there on them rockets, man, back then, man. And I said, man, listen, man, I'm not. He like, man, just get off the bike, man. Just get off the bike. And I was like, man, I got it. And when I had pulled out the parking spot and I got to the, got through the crowd, you got people looking around like, man, Lavish, what are you doing? Keep in mind, every year you got new people out here, man. So a lot of people hadn't seen me on a crotch rocket. So it was like, man, what are you doing on this thing? Needless to say, man, I got on the bike, man. And when I took off, I was about to act a fool, man. And then I thought about it. What am I doing, man? It'd be my luck. I fuck around and fuck my reputation up, man, because it's been in good standings. It'd be my luck. I go down the street trying to do a wheelie and hit the throttle too damn hard and
tear up somebody's bike.
Back.
Yeah,
tear up somebody's bike. I have my V-Rod for speed.
But I still like the crotch rockets, man.
But it only goes in a straight line, though. You can't drag no knees on a V-Rod, man.
Yes, you can. Bro, I lean. Yes, well, until I put that fat tire on the back, you can lean on that V-Rod. People thought I couldn't, bro. I did it.
Okay. So the difference between in terms of MC protocol, the difference between a crotch rocket club and a Harley Davidson only club is no difference. They all operate the same. In terms of MC protocol and getting their blessings and all that kind of stuff, they're all operate the same. And now, a lot of people think that that the black set was all Hondas and stuff, but the black set started out on Harleys like everybody else. And if you go look at those old school black clubs from back in the day in the 1940s and the 1930s and the 1950s, they're all on those big full dresser Harley Davidsons. That's what they rode. Now, Harley Davidson got bought out in the 70s by a bowling company, AMF. And that's when they started to suck. And they were no longer reliable. You couldn't get parts and things like that. And that's when you saw the black community switching over to the choppers and creating their own bikes. And that's where the Kawasaki's and all that stuff started to come from, creating their own choppers and stuff like that. And then we just stayed with those bikes for a long, long time, most especially in the black community. But I remember, because Black Sabbath was it was kind of interesting. We were pretty much a race bike club. All the guys, but all the older guys had those Harley Davidsons. When I came in, the Fat Boy was the bike everybody had. So a lot of them guys had the Fat Boys, but I can remember the old school black clubs up in Los Angeles, like for instance, the DOs and the Divided Times and stuff. Those guys still had them old school hardcore Harleys, and in our club it was kind of divided. Or the guys had 2 or 3 bikes. They had 2 or 3 race bikes, and then they had the Harleys that they would ride. So it was kind of mixed in our communities. But a lot of us young guys, like coming in my age, I was on a Gixxer or some kind of a Suzuki rolling hard. So now it's interesting. We see, as the guys are getting older, they're starting to go back to the Harleys and that sort of thing. So, you got to pin BD on these questions. Says one time. No, I'm coming up there, brother. So that's what's going on. I hope that answers that question for you. And I think what we need to do is we should do an MC protocol day, maybe once a week. That's why I asked the question. I'm old. KZ900 was the man's bike in Atlanta. Yeah, I remember those KZs when they came out. The 1000 is what they really rode hard in LA. And I put one in the movie Biker Boys. I remember when they were doing that movie.
That ain't gonna happen. I'm sorry.
What's that?
You put that thing on the screen and I read it. I just said it out loud.
But when Logic and Lavish wear their baby blue matching outfits,
that's what I said. That ain't gonna happen.
Summer's World Tour with Young MC and Tone Loc, women will get moist like they haven't been. Wow.
I'll wear baby blue.
That was like that guy in them pink shorts yesterday.
Bubblegum. Ain't that what somebody said?
Yeah,
all right. So listen up, man. Before I forget real quick, I don't like to do this on the air because I just like to keep things, kind of private and stuff like that. But sometimes you just got to put stuff out there on the air. Black Dragon, Lavish T. Williams, has just sent you the reservations for the Hilton hotel for the Lavish Biker Bash through your text. I just sent you a link. So when you click the link, all you have to do is book. Today is Thursday, May 29th, 11:17 a.m. I just wanted to say that, put it on record, document it.
Wow.
That's
and
my
he preempt that with, I don't like saying this kind of stuff on air.
When people ever preempt stuff like that, they mean it. They lying.
Exactly. That's like, so you know what? I don't like saying this, but I don't mean to say this, but.
And he said it with the most like you could have.
Yeah, I don't like to say that, man. Shout out to the Detroit gentlemen, man. This year makes their 60th year, man. 60th year anniversary, man.
That's all right. Congratulations, right. Detroit gentlemen, and happy anniversary, man. Those are some good guys, the Detroit gentlemen. Great guys. All right, man. I think we've done it today.
Yes, sir.
Well, let's go back to what I was asking, man. What's up with that shirt?
So we're going to continue on with the show. What you want to listen here, man?
Boy, if deflecting was a person, your picture would be all over it.
I am so pleased with this shirt because I'm losing weight and I can wear it. It used to, when I put it on, it would go way out here. I couldn't even wear it. Today, when I put it on, it dropped all down on a bro. Like, I'm down to 332 pounds. My bro, down off almost 370, like 368 a brother was. I'm down 332, my bros, and heading for 300.
all I'm gonna say is when I was losing weight,
That's what I'm talking
and
about.
I
I'm trying
lost
to
weight
gain
in
weight.
I lost weight in my face before I lost weight here. I was at the doctor's office at least 3, 4, maybe 5 times that month, thinking there was something wrong with me because I looked sick. They said, Mr. Turner, you walk 8 miles a day. You don't think you're gonna lose weight? I'm like, oh well.
8 miles a day? Damn. That's more than 10,000 steps.
Of course.
That's getting on 20,000 steps.
I'm logic, man. I got to do things. Yeah. Yeah.
Black Dragon is wearing the Tokyo shirt because he's trying to lure Godzilla for a date night.
Godzilla. It's Godzilla.
No, I want Godzuki. Godzilla's a little big. Okay, I got you in my inbox, C. Oh, boy, what's C doing in her inbox? Good job, Black Dragon, on losing the weight. Yeah, man, some love.
Get skinny.
Man. Yeah, some love.
I'm trying to get bigger.
Okay, so what I'm gonna try this. I've never tried this before. I'm gonna try to do a raid on Mike Ball's channel since he's been raiding me for like the past 4 days, and I just appreciate his support.
Now, so what's a raid?
A raid is when this session ends, it's going to send all my people to Mike Ball's channel, and you can say hi to Mike Ball if he's still on. That's a raid. I just got to see if I can actually do it. If I remember, he showed me how to do this before. So I just go to my live broadcast here, and then I go to edit, and there's supposed to be a spot on here. Damn. Where I can do this raid. He showed me just a couple days ago. But since I didn't, damn it, do it. Oh, yeah. Okay, so here we go. You got to go over here to the customizations button.
Lakeside. I was going to say, this is a raid in that Lakeside.
Yeah, that's Lakeside. This is a raid. Everybody.
Lavish don't know nothing about that.
No, I don't.
That was before his time, right?
Add the redirect here, and then if I say insane.
Yeah, that was a song Lavish by old school group Lakeside.
Okay, and then I do it right here. Okay, so if that happens, everybody's gonna go to Mike Ball's channel and just say hi to him and say raid from Black Dragon. Also, there's somebody that was asking me, who was it? I think it was Cutoff. Cutoff wanted to know how to do some stuff. Cutoff has got his new channel. Those guys we got a whole lot of people that are becoming YouTubers and stuff. And so Cutoff asked me some questions, but Cutoff's not here, so I can't show him. But Cutoff, get a hold of me, man, and I'll show you how to do that. So now let me just click save. Okay,
I can't tag you, Lavish.
Say that again.
I can't tag you. Your name don't pop up.
On Facebook or Instagram?
On YouTube.
Or YouTube.
YouTube.
I don't know why. It should be up on there.
I'm just sending you. I'm gonna send this to you. You can look it up.
So for YouTube, you should
I can
see
tag.
Lavish.
I can tag other people. No, I can see him. I just can't when I at Lavish and it doesn't pop up. His name don't pop up. Yeah.
Man, here's the thing. Let me tell you what I hate about YouTube. I just looked at one cow foot being helped. And this is all I get now is cow feet.
Hey, give me a second, Black Dragon. I got to take a call.
All right, brother. All I get is cow feet. I looked up one guy getting chiggers cut out of his feet. That's all my feet is now. Whales washed up on beaches. What the hell is this? Why did they do this? I can't take it.
But that's like when we was young. I used to watch monster movie matinee and all the monster movies late at night, and I couldn't go to sleep, so I had to go find and watch some cartoons so I can go to sleep. I didn't want to dream about the stuff at night.
Yeah, I dreamed about cow feet being excised the other day. I couldn't even go to sleep. I was looking at all these cow feet, hurt cow feet. It was just sad, man. Just sad. Now they've hit me with, look at this, people cleaning. Ah!
Somebody, I don't want to see y'all. Nobody see. I'm not even gonna look. I'm not even gonna look, man.
Oh,
You ain't gonna mess up my day.
What are they doing? I'm itching now. What? I just looked at one, man. I just looked at one. They got me itching.
You know what? Hey, this is for everybody. Since he's talking about this, listen. There is the Godfather of, they call him the Godfather of AI. Yeah, if y'all remember when he came out, there's a big long article in the New Yorker, and why he quit after he made AI. And there's a new article out talking about he believes that AI will soon break its boundaries and start writing its code to benefit itself. I say, if this is not sci-fi, all.
Hey, and I don't doubt him. He made it.
Yeah, and he quit. He said he's afraid of it. He created something that he's afraid of because there's no boundaries to it. There is nothing. You know, he thinks that everybody. Because I listened to his interview, that people are going to use it maliciously and everything, and they're already doing it. You know,
he created a lot. Yeah, a creator used it against me.
I created a monster.
A content creator used AI against me, my bro.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Yeah, so they're already using it most evilly already. All right, listen, we got to get out of here, man. We've been here an hour and 60 minutes. I try to get off, and then you guys, I was trying to get off 30 minutes ago, and then you guys started it all back up.
Well, so. No, you read a book to us, so you know.
Yeah, I did. Okay, how's your wife doing today?
My wife, she's doing good. She's doing good. I got her up on time. I made her breakfast. I gave her stuff to make sure. I said, I'm keeping track. I'm keeping track. Like I told the hospital, I'm her doctor. I'm her nurse.
Mm-hmm.
I got her.
That's beautiful, man.
It's a Turner clan over here, y'all.
Yeah. Well, you stay on that, bro, and keep your wife looking good and stuff. And I got to take this medicine that I'm supposed to take every day. And you gotta.
Let's get out of here.
Take this medicine. All right, my friends. Hey, I appreciate you all. Oh yeah, we need to do. Hold on, let me get you queued up here. Hold on. Okay, here we go.
I'm gonna have my own music soon, y'all.
Okay, Cutoff is here. So Cutoff, what you're wanting to do? Let me bring it up here. So I'm gonna. What you're trying to get this stuff streaming down on the bottom. Is that what you want? This stuff streaming? So we're going to go here to StreamYard. Let me pull this up for you. Cutoff. This is for you. Anybody else that wants to use this. So we're going to go to StreamYard. And we're going to... New distillation alert kick is here. Now you can directly to kick from StreamYard. Connect your kick account to... Oh, so this is what I just did. When this goes off, they're going to go over to Mike Ball. It looks like StreamYard has that now. Just like your other destinations, make engagement smooth and smooth. So, oh wow, look, so you can kick people. So, like, let's just say Cutoff, when you get done with your channel, you want to kick everybody, all your people over to mine. It looks like you can do that from StreamYard now. I didn't have to go do it like I did, but anyway, we're in this studio right here. We're broadcasting right now. So when you're in your studio, you're going to. I don't even know if it's going to let me do this. Oh wow, look at that. So okay, so we're in this. Whoa, what happened? Did I kick somebody off?
We're backstage. We're backstage.
Okay. It's not gonna let me do that. Let me. Okay.
Echo.
All right. So let me try this another way. That was crazy how it kicked everybody off. All right. So what I'll do is go into another. I won't go into my current one. Let's see. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. That's Restream. StreamYard. Okay, let's go here. And then we're going to not go into this one. We'll go into this studio where we're not at that studio. Let's see if it kicks everybody off again. Okay, so if we enter the studio, all right, so here's where you do everything over here, cut off. And so if you want banners, you go over here and you create them. And you create a banner, you go down here and say, this is cut off, 1%er. And you could create that like that. And then if you add the banner, now if you click this, the banner will scroll across the bottom. So that's how you add the banner. So we've got all these tickers up here that whatever ticker we want to float is up here. So like if you guys are watching me on this one, so we're going to float this banner, support the channel, and it floats across the bottom. That's how you make those cut off. And then you have your media assets, and these are your media assets here. This is where I have all my commercials and stuff like that. That's all sitting over here. Then here you choose the style how you want. And then over here we have a private chat. This is how we talk to each other. This is if I want to tell Lavish something, or if I want to tell, or they want to tell me something, we can talk to each other back and forth in this chat. So these chats pop up. You can also record the screen, but I use other programs for that. So everything is controlled over here. Here's your comments. This is how you can control your comments and talk back and forth to your people. This shows you your destinations. So this is how this all works in the background. Now, I also have Logic. He's turned on as an admin, a co-host. So Logic can do all of this stuff from his computer as well. So he can take full control of everything that we're doing over here. And Mike Ball still has access to my whole system. So Mike Ball could take it over. You can come on and take it over at any time. So Mike Ball used to run the show. So you can have somebody in your background, and while you're talking, they can click on all this stuff and make all this stuff happen. So that is how that works. And if you want to create your style, you can have minimal, classic, all of this stuff, block. You can show display names, headlines, and you can come down here and decide which one of the cameras you want to use. You can have rounded corners, all this stuff, background color. So this is how you control all of that in StreamYard. It's really pretty easy, and Restream works pretty close to the same way. So that is your background. And then also, I don't know if you're using this yet or not, but this is your OBS. And OBS is how you control all of your setups, all of your screens, all of your... so there's a learning curve to this, and you can use your streaming. All this stuff is in your StreamYard, your scenes, your opens, this dragon spinning is this thing right over here in the corner. This is how it's controlled. And everything in your scene that you see, including your background, it's all built over here in your OBS broadcasting system. And you have two kinds. You have Streamlabs OBS and you have OBS. Most podcasters use StreamYard OBS. Or Streamlabs OBS. I just happen to use the old OBS because that's the one I learned first. So that's how that all works. I hope that helps you cut off. If you need more, call me up and I will definitely give it to you. Also, we got one last thing. Our main man, Bishop 1%er, is going to be in a movie. And this is the trailer. Check this out.
Morning, everyone. Everyone look all rested and relaxed. But, you know who's not relaxed right now? The fucking governor.
Hello, man. So you said to come out here with no assistance, no security, so why are we here?
Look, I promised your father to get you into the office, and I lived up to that, right?
Yes, sir, you did.
Your father also promised me that my product would be in safe hands. You already know how that went.
Hey, yo, Papa, show the man what he want to see, bro. I don't think you understand what I'm saying.
Get over here now! Get the fuck out of here! Get the right now!
Listen,
Okay, I'm listening.
I didn't want to say anything in front of the others.
Pissed off to the wrong people, motherfucker!
After comparing the last few hits with the last time, I think they've been hit by some professionals.
Bro, I'm on here pound right now. I ain't got time for your shit this morning, Sierra.
Think you couldn't wait after we talked before you did this?
This is how I do it.
You do realize they caught that motherfucker ran-handed, right?
I don't give a fuck what you believe. Good enough I came here to talk to you. Even without my rep being present, I might add.
What's in the bag?
Fuck out of the car, Kelly.
No!
I said get the fuck out of the car. Nobody playing with your ass, man.
Fuck you!
Calm down. Calm the fuck down.
I don't know what's in the bag.
I need to cash in on one of those favors you owe me.
Sure, I've been here for 18 years. I've never seen nothing like this.
Fuck, they found you, didn't they?
Fucking coming for me. They're coming for me.
Time for the Moscow manicure!
The fuck is wrong with you? You're supposed to be the one I can trust.
Think we can trust his ass? Look, that motherfucker's life is on the line just like ours is.
So, what is it, Amelia?
Nigga, tighten up! Hurry up! Nigga, this is a robbery! Man, bitch, help me!
Look, Lieutenant. Then why the fucking cartel is sending us fucking cards with your fucking name on it?
We're working for the cartel.
What the fuck?
Bitch, what?
Keeping it real about it. Looking for something that's real. You know, standing on business. Just keeping it real.
Fuck.
Hell no. Shit can't. I'm just keeping it real. So I bought the windows clear, but I need them tinted. Yeah.
Yo,
with 24
we need to meet.
Rims, but I ain't even finished yet.
Now.
Feeling like I'm almost here, so I ain't tripping. Yeah, I ain't tripping at all.
Well, that is our brother from the Diamond Effect YouTube podcast, Archbishop One Percenter. And I believe this is his second movie. So Archbishop, man, AB, looking good, bro. Looking good. That is going to be one hell of a movie. I can't wait to see it. Anyway, Logic, let's get us up out of here, man. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all ready?
I remember this one kid I met on the channel.
What's going on, y'all? This your boy Logic right over here. Keep it logical. Hey, if you're out there on twos, you out there on threes, remember these words. Keep it deep in your heart, in your mind. Ride hard, ride safe, and always, always ride on faith. And keep it logical. Peace.
Keep it logical, man. And I'm your boy, Black Dragon. Welcome to Black Dragon Biker News Network. Biker news you can use. That's my 2 cents. Love to hear your 2 cents down in the comment section below. We absolutely appreciate you, man. Thanks for tuning in. And as always, get skinny. Yeah. Prepare yourself to take the helm as president of your mighty motorcycle club by delving into the pages of Black Dragon's newest book, The President's Bible, Chronicle 1, Principles of Motorcycle Club Leadership. There you will learn to advance your skills in applying the 14 scientific principles of leadership similar to those taught to officers in the United States Naval Service. Available in hardcover, paperback, and ebook. Get yours today on Amazon, Kindle, or order it at your local bookstore. Order your autographed copy from blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club president you can be. Get the book. Oops. Where's the right button?
Get Black Dragon's first book, The Prospect's Bible, to learn how to join a motorcycle club. It has been an Amazon #1 bestseller for the past 7 years, and is required reading for over 3,000 motorcycle clubs worldwide. This book is a must-have for new people venturing onto the motorcycle club set. It will teach you how to prepare yourself for service to the motorcycle club nation and show you how to qualify a motorcycle club to be worthy of your service. Available on Amazon, Kindle, and for order at your local bookstore. Get your autographed copy at blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club prospect you can be. Get the book.
If you are seeking clarity about issues stemming from problems or crises occurring within your motorcycle club, then set up a consultation with Black Dragon. Black Dragon has over 30 years of experience in the motorcycle club world, having served as a national president of the 50-year-old Black Sabbath MC Nation for nearly 10 years. Black Dragon is a veteran negotiator, skilled in crisis management, conflict resolution, inter-club issues, press conferences, and club reputation management. You can set up an appointment to speak with him by phone at clarity.fm/black-dragon. Get the clarity you deserve to help make your MC the best place it can possibly be.
It's definitely a big issue for you too. But I'm going to talk about the 99s for a minute. What's up, Mama Ro? I'm going to talk about the 99s for a minute and what our responsibilities are and what we need to think about. Because if you don't really know what's going on the set, you can find yourself in kind of a precarious predicament if you make the wrong kind of moves or do the wrong kind of things when this kind of stuff goes on. So, when prosecutors get into a war with one another, what should 99%ers do? Here's 10 things you should know. Thing number 1, stay in your lane. Find a corner and put your motorcycle club in it. If you're a president, you want to find a corner and put your motorcycle club in it. What I mean is, the set can be volatile. It can be very dangerous. And when you have that kind of thing going on, this set's not safe. So, as a 99%er motorcycle club, what you want to find is yourself in your business, in your lane, while all of the fancy stuff gets handled on other levels.
Yeah, you heard that, didn't you? On other levels. Tried to tell you suckers, Black Dragon is the man. Black Dragon is the man. A real OG. Bonafide, certified, a true MC. The biker boys. The biker boys. It's in the house, most definitely. Blow the whistle for Black Dragon Biker TV. That's right, I said Biker TV. See, one day, young Dragon made his way out the Navy to become a prospect. Some people thought he was crazy, but 5 years later, hard work became a habit. He became the president of the mighty Black Savage Nation. MCs, y'all, respectfully. Black Dragon. Black Savage. MC. That's right, y'all. Give it a thumbs up. Black Dragon Biker TV at his best. Oh yeah, and don't forget to get his prospect Bible book. So proud of him. Man, he just don't know. He's a real legend. And y'all know it, and I know it. That's right, Black Dragon. That's right. Glad I met you, my friend. Black Dragon. I'm the Midnight Ghost Rider. Dub V, y'all. Love you, Black Dragon. Peace. And get skinny. Like and share. Goodbye.
It was